But first, adverts claiming autism can be cured are to be banned by the advertising watchdog. The Advertising Standards Authority has told you and yours that it's served enforcement notices on 150 homeopaths who offer so-called cease therapy. The treatment claims to purge heavy metals, vaccines and antibiotics from the child's system. Samantha Fennick has been looking into this.
Peter, cease therapy stands for complete elimination of autistic spectrum expression, and it's offered by, as you said, at least 150 homeopaths in the UK who claim they can cure autism by cleansing the body of what they call harmful substances. They recommend doing this by using homeopathic remedies and dietary supplements, and they also advise parents to avoid antibiotics as much as possible. There is no cure for autism. The National Autistic Society says that autism is lifelong, is part of who people are, and it's wrong and appalling for anyone to claim bogus and potentially harmful therapies such as cease can cure autism. But as this mum explains, when a child is diagnosed autistic, sometimes parents are desperate and they'll try anything.
You've been through months, years of denial, uncertainty, and then you finally get an appointment with the paediatrician and, yep, he's autistic. And it's part shock, part relief, and then you think, right, okay, let's do something to help him. And then nothing. You get told about a couple of support groups, you get told there are Facebook pages, but there's nothing. And then what you do is you start chatting to other mums. There's nothing official coming your way. It's like a tumbleweed moment.
And is that how you found the cease therapy?
Yeah, exactly. I suppose at the time I was a bit lost and a bit stupid. And I thought, it can't hurt, it's worth a try. And I guess at that stage you're reaching out for something to help.
What did the cease therapist actually prescribe or recommend for you?
You sit and you tell them all about your child's issues, their hatred of change, the way they line things up. And then they make up a remedy and you go back in 2 weeks and they ask you if there have been any changes. And you think, well, yeah, maybe there's been some more eye contact, maybe there's been some more communication.
Do you think you actually saw those improvements that you talked about?
No, because it was drops of water, but I think I desperately wanted to.
The experiences there of one mum who tried this therapy for several months and spent a few £100s on it.
Is there any scientific evidence for what these cease therapists are actually claiming?
Cease therapy, as I said, is homeopathy based on the idea that toxins in the environment and vaccines may have caused autism. These claims have been found to be false, and experts say this treatment is potentially harmful. They recommend supplements of zinc and vitamin C. They suggest 4 to 5 times more zinc than is recommended by the Department of Health and 200 times more vitamin C. Too much vitamin C in the diet might cause diarrhoea, nausea and vomiting. Here's Professor Nicola Martin from London's South Bank University. She advised a Westminster Commission into harmful interventions for autism.
It's something which is based on no scientific foundation, which talks about curing autism. And autism is not a disease. It's not something that needs to be cured. And I would describe it as one of those sort of quack cures. Psychologically, it's really harmful to give parents the idea that the way to love and nurture their autistic child is to try and cure their autism.
The advertising watchdog, the ASA, is concerned about how these homeopaths are advertising this treatment, and 150 have been issued with enforcement notices and told to stop misleading people. 5 could be prosecuted under consumer protection laws. The head of the ASA is Guy Parker, and he told me where they found these adverts.
These sorts of advertising claims are mostly appearing on the cease therapists' own websites. The therapists claimed that cease therapy could remove what they call toxic imprints that they say are caused by things like vaccines, toxic medications and other toxic substances and some diseases. We've already referred 5 of the worst examples to trading standards, so trading standards can consider taking legal action against them. And if we don't see a good response to our enforcement notice, then we will refer more.
Sam, aren't homeopaths regulated?
No, there's no regulation for homeopathic practitioners in the UK, so that means that anyone can practice as a homeopath. Now, there are organisations like the Society of Homeopaths or the Federation of Holistic Therapists. They will run courses for practitioners and they are accredited by the Professional Standards Authority. But there are some who say that there should be better regulation. Emma Dalmayne runs a campaign group called AIM.
As an autistic adult, it disgusts me that these charlatans are taking advantage of parents. I've been campaigning for 5 years for legislation against fake cures for autism. And the legislation needs to be brought in to stop all fake cures being touted. There's a lot of vulnerable parents out there that are desperately looking for help for their children, and they believe that this will help. You know, these people are very professional, they have a nice website, they come on, oh yes, we can help your child. There needs to be legislation brought in to stop these snake oil salesmen taking advantage of parents and in turn making autistic children ill.
That was Emma Dalmayne. The Society of Homeopaths agree that the terminology around cease is problematic and misleading, and they've told me that they are now in discussions to look at how this methodology might be renamed to ensure that claims are not made that cannot be substantiated.
Samantha Fennick, thank you very much indeed.